Okay, we have some people tuned in here already. I'm a little early today because I need to be. And I'm surprised that I am early. We'll put in today's topic. Well, we have at least 2 more minutes to go. How many people had a chance to watch the World Track and Field Events 2023 in Budapest, Hungary, over the last 9 days? And I watched a lot of it. I was rooting for for everybody, but mainly between the USA and Jamaican teams. This time, Jamaica pulled up short. They got fourth place, world's the best. Canada got second place. United States got first place with some, I think it was 9 records. Hey there, Jackie. I think it was 9 records that were 9 records that were cracked. Lower Niles cracked his world record, and Shakiri uh, did hers. And what Shakiri did is what this today's podcast is based on. So I want to put it in here. She had gone through a lot of situations, a lot of hard times, but she now has arrived into the spotlight and has conquered. So it is now 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm finally here. Welcome to Clear Blue Radiance. I'm your host of this podcast, uh, Brother Francis E. Revels Bay. I'm the owner of Circle of Grace One, but I'm a spiritual counselor, and I've been one for approximately almost 49 years. So I really enjoy helping people like yourself who may be watching this live or in the replay. Uh, what I mainly like to do is help people gain greater clarity in their own life, to have that. Also, to discover or rediscover or redefine their purpose in life. And our purpose changes frequently. As we evolve, our purpose evolves because we get a clearer view. We see a larger horizon ahead of us, and this allows us to shift and actually move forward. And I'm doing this here on the Resonant Essentials YouTube channel. So one of the things I saw here for her was that she was willing to really work on herself, and that's important. So the first part of the title is Shakiri Richardson refused to be, or let me restate that. Shakiri Richardson refused to let her past define her future. So if she had stayed in the past, the thing that was the most traumatic thing that affected her was her grandmother passing away while she was in the trials, the summer trials to go to Tokyo. And it gave her a big setback. Well, a lot of people downgraded her, right? They said, oh, well, she went smoking weed. That's illegal. She shouldn't be doing that. But at the same time, there were some other people doing some drugs that were banned, and they were allowed to run. They were allowed to participate. And so what we kind of saw was the USA and these other people, or, organizations, going against her, but not going against everybody else. That kind of reminds me when I was in college way back there, some 40 plus years ago, and I witnessed a fellow art major graduate because her father was wealthy. Her father was feeding the college money underneath the table, and she was the biggest cocaine dealer on campus. She was selling it and using it. Other students were using it as well and buying from her. But her dad influenced the college by paying more money, donating more money so that she could graduate, so they could kind of um, uh, place that out of her record. While there were some other guys who did some things, but not on that level, and they were kicked off the campus. Well, they both got redemption in a different way because one guy came back and graduated. 2 years later, one of them came back and graduated successfully, and he's now a retired attorney in San Juan, Puerto Rico. He returned to Puerto Rico and he finished off his degrees for law and became a pretty good lawyer there. Now, here's something else. The other young man that was with him that got kicked off campus, he became a multimillionaire. So they kind of got kicked off at the right time, but one came back, finished, got his degree 2 years later, did well. I went to his graduation. I graduated in 1974. He graduated in 1976. His close friend who got kicked off campus, he didn't come back to the college. He had what I call hustle power, and he went out there and sold everything. He worked for Goya, he worked for himself. He learned how to lay carpet, and he got bigger contracts right there in Manhattan, laying carpet in major office buildings. Then also went into pesticides, and boom, that made him a millionaire. So here is Sha'Carri Richardson going through her trials and tribulations, and she had to do all these changes. She had to make all these changes for herself, which then impacted her family, her teammates, her coaches. Her coaches were able to impact her. She was able to put all that stuff aside, and she found a better, more improved Sha'Carri Richardson. In fact, if you watch the replays, one of the person that's interviewing her, he says, "Well, is Sha'Carri Richardson back?" She said, "I'm not back. I'm just better." So that's an important statement. She's not back. She didn't come back. She's letting you know we're not focused on the past. I didn't let my past redefine my future. I decided to work through that. I decided to find my roses. I decided to blossom. I decided to train. I decided to do better, improve on every level, because this is what she had to do. And then 4 years later, came back and shocked the world. She shocked the world. She became now a world class record holder. And all you can see is what she's doing now. She won that 100-meter women's uh, track meet. In fact, the way she did it, the trials, right? The heats as they call them. She did just enough to win. And that's what they're taught. If you know that you're beating the group, you do just enough Why? Because you need to conserve that energy. And she was able to conserve that energy and came out of nowhere, lane 9, the furthest lane out where you don't see anybody. All you see is what's ahead of you. And she put her faith there, she put her trust there, and she came out a champion. She won. And the others who were supposed to win that heat, she beat both of them. The two Jamaican ladies that are always up there. So here's something to look at. Let me. Are you willing to release? Release what? Are you willing to release? There was something else it's supposed to say. Release. I had it here. Out of your life, but it's really release the past. So you have to look at what you need to let go of. That's what we all need to do. And she was a perfect example of doing that. So here's one of the points that we had to look at in this. We have to let go of any mistakes. Let those mistakes go. You learn from the mistakes and you see what you need to improve. But then you let them go and you make the proper changes. Now, what are some of the proper changes? Stop being consumed by old habits, thoughts, worries, and actions. So, whatever you did that didn't put you in a good space mentally and emotionally and physically, you have to scrap all of that. You got to change all of that. You have to do something so that your self esteem rises, so that your skill level picks back up, so that you have a more positive attitude. See, you have to do several things. When you continue to do the same old thing, you slow yourself down and you miss opportunities. That's what happens when we're mulling over things that didn't work out. And we spend more energy mulling over things that didn't work out as opposed to finding new things. What new things can we find out about ourselves? Well, do several things differently. That's what she did. Uh, the weight room, they strengthened her legs. She looks stronger now than she did 4 years ago. They also had to work on her endurance because, yeah, she was tired, but her energy, her adrenaline was right there. Her strength was right there. She was able to improve, as they say, push the pelvis forward, put those legs out there, put those knees up higher, make the strides longer. But what was happening is, if you noticed, she was having a stride and a half more than everybody else. And that's how she emerged to win that 100-meter women's race. But she did not give up on herself. So you must refuse to quit on yourself. In other words, develop a different routine, develop a different attitude while having more gratitude for yourself. That's some of the things she had stated. She said, "What? I appreciate my coaches. I appreciate my family because they're there for me. I don't have to watch the news because it's not coming from the news." What did she say? She saw people hate on her. She saw people not give her the time of day. She saw people look down on her. She saw those same people weren't giving her the opportunity to shine. So what? She had to shine for herself. She had to learn to support herself so that she can improve. So that's something. Do you support yourself so you can improve? I mean, we do it every day. You get up in the morning, wash your face, take a shower if you do, put on some nice clothes to make yourself feel better. You dress appropriately, you comb your hair, you brush your teeth, you do everything you need to do. Have a hearty breakfast or wait till you get to your destination, near your destination, to have a hearty breakfast. To do whatever that is that you need to do. Why? Because it's left up to you. It is totally left up to you to have a new outlook on things. So, what usually happens is most of the time when we're striving to do better, and if, sometimes, okay, we let a lot of things go, but sometimes we become a little too humble and we put everybody else before ourselves. It's okay to be humble, but you want to remember to be always thankful, right? And humble. That's fine. But it's all right to love yourself enough to humbly assert yourself. So that's different. You're going to be humble and you're going to assert yourself. This means you love yourself unconditionally and refuse to go backwards, to make someone else's criticism overshadow you. So she didn't watch the news. She didn't read about the news that had the negative stuff about her. She didn't believe in those shady compliments. What she began to believe in, have faith in, and trust was the process. Faith in the process of the training, which she needed to do. But above all else, she had to do what? She had to look at herself. She had to tune in to herself. She had to give herself every opportunity to improve. So here are some highlights, some things she had to do. She had to become her own beacon light. That's what we have to do. Become your own beacon light. Speak highly of yourself, and you will do what? Raise your self esteem. That's how you, like, that ego part that's there. We're going to shine it, we're going to clean it up, and then we're going to shine it up so that it does exactly what it's supposed to do. That ego side of ourselves acts like a magnifier, and it helps us to have better discernment, to know what's good and what isn't good, what's healthy or not healthy for us, who's in your corner and who's not in your corner. But you better make sure you are in your own corner first. You are worthy. But even that, what matters is that you understand yourself. You got to understand who you are, your ups and your downs, your shortcomings, and then you got the long ones, not the short ones, the long ones, the ones that have everything in it, has every skill in it. So you have to understand yourself and you have to know your self worth. Now, once you know that you are worthy, you have self worth, it means you got value and you are worthy. Now you're living by standards and principles above all else. You have moved from what other people expected you to be to what you expect yourself to be. That's important. You don't look for others to say, well, where should I be? That's what you have a support team for. They can say, okay, someone in the support team has more experience than you have of something that you're striving for, something similar. So they can help guide you in and around and over the pitfalls. They could look out ahead of you and see what needs to be done. They can look at you and see what you've already done and what little things you need to fine tune with yourself. Once you're able to see that, then you're able to what? Leap forward. As they say, take that leap of faith, but not only take the leap of faith, you just know that you're going to land just right. And once you live by the standards and the principles and the maxims of truth for you, you shall rise above it. You what? You will be yourself now. You'll be your most authentic self now. And your most authentic self will remain to be infinitely authentic. There's a lot of hurdles in life. There's people who don't believe in you. That's their business. And it takes a long time to realize that's their business. That's their opinion. That's not the opinion you hold high for yourself. You're the one that has to pull yourself up out of the mud. You're the one that's got to tie your shoes. And if the shoes are too tight, get them so they're more spacier. You have to do whatever you need to do to create a change for yourself, a better change, give yourself a better opportunity. This is all that we really need to do. Change our outlook, change our altitude, look a little higher, love ourselves unconditionally, move forward, don't quit on ourselves. It's okay to take a little break, but do something on the side that is what? Building your self worth. That's giving you greater value. That keeps your body strong, your mind strong, your emotions clear. So what? When your mind and your emotions are on the same page together, what is for you arrives in your life. That means whatever that's out in the world around you, the energetic world, the energetic, metaphysical, spiritual world around you, is going to gather. It's going to hear those positive thoughts, positive feelings about yourself. It's going to see the small increments of achievement and what? It's going to capitalize. It's going to bring you wheelbarrows of goodness. Like a cornucopia, you're going to see all the fruit fall out. You're going to see all the truths about yourself, all the gems that you can wear. It's going to show you who you are, and it's going to back you up because that's important. You might say, well, I need other people to back me up. No, the first person that's got to back you up is called self. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't trust the process with yourself, if you don't have any faith in yourself, and if you keep looking to others to build your faith, you got to build the faith inside of you. You know, when they build a new building on a site, they don't build a beam from or beams and walkways from a new building to some old buildings. No, they have to make that building stand on itself. That building has to have a sturdy foundation, and each floor is built upon a sturdy foundation, and each floor is like the foundation, strong, clean, no cracks. So it's the same with yourself. Each part of your life, each part of the natures that make up you must be strengthened by you. The experience that you have in life will strengthen you. That's right, your ups and downs will strengthen you. It'll be great if you got a team, but the first team is you and divine source. That's the first team. So, how much do you trust in yourself? How much do you love yourself? How much are you willing to improve upon who you are or make the necessary changes? Sometimes you got to take yourself out of circles, out of social groups. Sometimes you just need to walk that solo path. Because when you walk the solo path, what happens? You're not taking on other people's stuff. You will notice that your load lightens up. You don't feel like you got weights on you anymore. When you say, no, I don't feel like doing certain things, you're not saying it out of anger. You just know what's best for you at that moment. Some people need to be seen, others don't. I see myself in this field. I don't need to be seen. I get more work when I'm not out with a whole lot of people as opposed to if I go out. See, if I go out with a whole lot of people, yeah, it's nice I went out. Yeah, it's nice I took a break, but I didn't get anything done. And the next day, I might have to double up, or I may not have, don't have time to do something. So you've got to set a new pattern, a new behavioral pattern, a new thought process, a new way of feeling about yourself. You got to look at yourself differently. You got to be willing to make the necessary changes. Why? Because they're going to be good for you. And along the way, you're going to develop skills. You're going to bring out some talents that you didn't know that you had embedded on the inside of you. You just have to do what you're here to do. Nobody is born into this world to lose. That's what each one of those competitors say. No one is born in this world. Nobody's coming to these events, these track events, with the thought in their mind they want to be in fifth place. They want to be in seventh place. They want to be in last place. Nobody's doing that. Each and every one of those people are striving to be better. And the ones that don't get first, second, or third, look, if they got in the first nine, they're the first nine in the world. Look at that. 241 athletes, 100 and some odd, so many countries. And each one of them takes their shot. But if they're improving, if they're showing up in the world, that's a plus. Plus for yourself. You are showing up in the world, that is a plus for you. Now you keep putting one foot ahead of the other. You keep strengthening your foundation. You keep strengthening the wiring of your foundation, the piping of your foundation, the posts that make it all possible. Love yourself more. Your life will improve. Never give up on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. Your life will improve. Keep working on your goals. Keep doing the things that allow you to be a high achiever. Get the rest when you need to rest. Sleep when you need to sleep. And if your body says, hey, we need to sleep all day, we need to stay in bed, you're going to do some reading, you're going to watch some movies, and that's it. Your body might say, well, let's take a break and go out with some friends and eat. Let's go a different place. But don't travel where drama is. Why? Drama gets on your shoes and you bring that energy home. Be willing to let go, to let the universe provide, because the universe knows. Your subconscious mind is like the universe. Your higher self is a part of the universe. It knows exactly where you need to be. You got to let that higher self lead you, guide you to the exact spots where you need to be. And when that happens, guaranteed success happens for you. Thanks for being here. Let me give you some announcements here. Later on today in the Resident Essentials, the group page on Facebook, Michelle Vidal will be interviewing Patty Negree there at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Patty is coming from, I believe, California, and she's going to be teaching, doing readings, and an assortment of other things from September 21st into 22nd and 23rd. So September 21st, 22nd, 23rd, she'll be here. On Saturday, the 9th, we're going to have a guy by the name of Reverend Bill Robinson. He is um, a follower and descendant in the lineage of Yogananda, the Divine Mother, also, and Baba G. And he's going to be giving a free workshop in which you just pay a donation um, from 3:30 to 5:30, I think it is, and he's going to be at Resident Essentials on Saturday, the 9th, and he's going to be assisting us and how to heal the body energetically. I I went to his website. I went to his YouTube channel. I heard him talk, and I got the chills. So I'm going to be there. And Patty Degree, I'm going to one of her workshops that's going to be up there at Resident Essentials. Now, here's something else that you need to know. Right now, today, we have Liliana Rondon. She's the owner of Jaguarina Apothecary, and she does a lot of teaching and assisting people to make wellness changes for themselves and using natural herbs and things. She'll be there today at Resident Essentials until about 5:30 p.m. Tomorrow at Resident Essentials is Lolo's Tarot from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you want to check some updates, all you got to do is go to www.resonantessentials.com, just like you see here, Resident Essentials. You write it as one word.com, okay? And then the page comes up and it gives you a calendar and you see all the events that are going to go on. If you click under practitioners, hey, greetings. If you click under practitioners, you'll see all the practitioners. You'll see what they do. You'll see their phone number. Okay, so that you can connect, especially if you're here in the city of Albuquerque in the state of New Mexico, here in the Southwest. We're closed on Saturday. We're not going to be there Saturday because we got a lot of stuff going on. The Saturday is the weekend for Labor Day, so we won't be open Labor Day, and we usually close on that Saturday. All right. So that means I won't be teaching my Creative Pathwork meditation series on Saturday. Okay, the 31st of August. Tomorrow is September the 1st. So Saturday the 2nd, I won't be in there teaching. No one will be there. Okay, so you just go to the website, www.residentessentials.com, and you get to see the different updates. You'll see the calendar shows up, shows you what's going on. If you want to be in touch with me or anything, you click under preferred businesses, and I'm in that. I'm one of three people right there. Okay, so I'm going to file out. And also, what is going on? Yes, on Saturday, September the 30th, into Sunday, uh, October the 1st, will be doing team teaching from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with Resident Essentials' very own Michelle Vidal. We're going to be doing something with the spiritual new year that's connected to when the Samhain or Halloween time pops up on the 31st, going into the 1st of November. She's going to be teaching how to gather the necessary tools and the things that you need to implement so that you can write your list of what you want to achieve in the following year. Okay, I will be doing something with numerology and meditation. So, with numerology, it'll show you what you need to look out for in terms of your personal year number. Okay, also your birthday number and your destiny number. I'll also be teaching you the power of meditation, what you need to do during that time as that year unfolds, that new year unfolds, how to put your mind, to put yourself into position so you can see things come into fruition for yourself. I want to thank Barbara Ewing for being here, Jackie Robinson. Oh, I'm thinking about Jackie Robinson. I want to thank Jackie, Fillmore, Antoine for being here, tuning in today's show. To Barbara Ewing, greetings. To Melanie Hall, all the way from Australia, tuning in, checking out today's program. So I'm going to end this program, but if you're in the Resonant Essentials, the group Facebook page at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will see Michelle Vidal, the owner of Resident Essentials, on that Facebook page. Resident Essentials, the group, interviewed Patty McGree, who's a well known psychic medium out of Los Angeles, California, and who's coming here to Albuquerque to Resident Essentials. Resident Essentials, yeah, I'm still alive. Resident Essentials is located at 3107 Eubank, that's EUBANK Boulevard Northeast, just opposite the Silver Lanes Bowling Alley, just north of the intersection of Eubank and Candelaria Road Northeast, inside of the Scottsdale Shopping Village. Okay, so if you need any other information about what Michelle Vidal and myself are doing, for those of you that live out here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, if you want to know what we'll be doing on all day teaching, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, September the 30th, as well as Sunday, October the 1st, you need to give me a call at 505 220-2583 or email me at iam.circleofgrace1 at gmail.com. The cost for both days will be $107, and you'll be paying me so that we can put you in place. Space is limited, live. I don't know if we're going to be doing that through a Zoom channel hookup, okay? But you need to be present. Now, is there anything else I need to say? Yes, see you next Thursday. I will be here next Thursday on September the 7th at 1 p.m. Mountain Time for another episode of Clear Blue Radiance. My grace is your grace. Until next time, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. Looking forward to see you real soon. Email me if you need some updates about what I'm doing. I'm working diligently on many different things going on. Take care of yourselves and just keep being yourself. Be your most authentic self. Be the beacon light in your life and don't give up on yourself. All right. See you next Thursday. And there's much love to you as well. Bye now.